brand of tethering. So each time, if someone's within range of me, basically they take, what is it? A branded creature can't take the dash action, and if it attempts to teleport or leave its current plane by any means, it takes 4d6 wisdom damage. And each time I think I attack it, I do an extra d6 psychic damage to it. So, yeah. Extra damage, basically. Yeah. Branded creatures, you deal... you're another creature you can see within 5 feet of you. The branded creature takes 6 psychic damage. Yeah. Oh, each crime... Oh, they deal damage to me. Oh, interesting. Good to know. Are we getting a Dema?
We should be, yeah. We're in chat working on stuff while I was finishing up the session plan.
At least the big thing with our level up is our proficiency bonus went up, didn't it? So that's always a good one.
Indeed.
So I have plus 12 to all my attacks, which is wonderful. Crazy being this high level. I've never had this high level of a character. Yeah. I'm not like when we do another campaign.
Up 7 more times.
And we become the new gods of the world, yeah. Someone else eats Ard and they become Ard instead.
Did we level up again?
No. It's level 13. Level 13.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
My God.
We never talked about it before, so I was just talking about it. That was all.
This is where I reveal my secret plan. I'm Ard now, guys.
I was
fair enough.
when Ard appeared in Rising Winds, I was so tempted when he called for help to have Jax show up for just like a brief second.
That would be cool.
I feel like if I ever use any of the by Blackened Blood characters as NPCs, I would make them level 14 or 15.
Yeah.
They're strong. They're so strong.
How are goobers? Are we live yet? I just realised.
We are live.
Oh, howdy goobers. Howdy other goobers. Let me get straight up.
I can't listen along to your stuff anymore, Zach. I don't know what's going on.
Oh?
Yeah, I don't know why. I can't listen along with you.
Did Spotify do another evil change where they...
It's not giving me the option to listen along. Weird.
Oh, you know what
Have you
it
got music
probably is? It's probably me.
Has your Spotify Premium gone through?
Yeah. But
So one thing that I always forget is sometimes my Spotify Premium doesn't go through. I'm like, oh shit, that's why.
I keep swapping around my settings for something I totally don't do, which is using my subscription on various sites to watch shows with other people. I would never do that.
Never.
No, that would be that would be immoral, of course.
Yeah.
Yeah, illegal.
How dare you cost a multi-billion-dollar business $5? Criminal. Howdy, Stinker.
It does smell.
Dima said that's why.
Welcome in, everyone. While I'm fixing my settings so that you can listen to my music.
Exactly the same.
Oh, that's hilarious.
Give me a recap, I guess.
So, Jax, want to give a recap? Always a good one. I can't remember who did the recap last time. Did we do a recap? I don't think we did a recap last session because we just kind of went straight into it. Did we? I don't remember.
My recap consists of coughing up a lung.
Yeah. Like I said earlier, you no longer sound in pain, so...
It's always a pro.
I mean, I can do it if nobody else wants.
Go for it.
Okay. Last session was a lot of... It was the brief aftermath of killing the Duke and a lot of preparation RP. We looted through the Duke's sort of palace. We resurrected Cynthia and Erwin. We also Isandra burned the body of how am I forgetting his name? Marcel Juste.
Mhm.
And the Phoenix Eternal also burned our undead Dragonborn's body as a part of, in a much kinder way, much better connotations with that one. Afterwards, we discovered through some notes what like the time frame for what Asmodeus was really doing, where he was going to do it, and that it was going to be happening in 4 days. So we all we used the scroll to be teleported to the bottom of Manor Black, and then we basically just did a bunch of errands for a couple days. Ferandra sent messages out to basically everybody. Boone and Boone and I think Ferandra helped, but mainly Boone resurrected Kingstinger, who's going to join us in the fight. We ended up getting the Guardian of the Surwood, the dragon, to come along to help us. And
Hey, Bard.
Isandra slapped the
Welcome
shit out of
by.
Oakenheel.
Yep. Backhand the fuck out of them. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it was a slap and then a backhand. Yeah. It was both.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I feel like
We-
I'm forgetting because a lot of stuff happened very quickly.
We had one
I'm
final
forgetting
prophecy
some
sushi as well.
Yes, with the prophecy sushi, which was that we were like in a hallway and there were two like awful fucking things in there that were.
We were on the
very
same.
hostile.
We were on the same bridge that I threw someone off in
Yeah.
the temple, and there was two basically undead angels that dropped down, angelic figures.
Yeah. But yeah, I think that's it.
Pretty much.
Very good. Taking inspiration, there was some celebration? Revolutionary celebration, perhaps, within the city.
Mhm.
Is the only thing I have to add.
One thing I realized we
Down
didn't
the
check.
old symbols.
Is Darius's wife still alive, or ex-wife?
Yep.
Okay, good. Good, because I know
She-
they were kind of worried that they were going to die, so I was just like,
She stayed behind in Larkin
Okay.
when you guys left.
I just know we had someone that was crying saying they were going to die, so I was just checking if they survived. That's all.
A lot of people died.
Yeah.
That was part of the price of changing
Oops.
things.
Yeah.
Terrible
So
price.
I said at the end of the prophecy sushi that I had Jax holding Oakenheel again, as he dunked his head into the pond. By the way, Aaron, just because so he doesn't drown.
Mhm.
So yeah.
Indeed. And as you're being pulled back up
Oh.
overhead, atop Kingstinger, the rest of the party is returning.
Quick, dry my face. I don't want them to know that I looked at the prophecy. Oh wait, I need to tell them what happens. Oh, they're gonna know. Shoot.
Oh.
They're gonna. If I kill it, do you think they'll forgive? Do you think it won't be as bad?
I think we need to kill it either way eventually.
On a
Okay,
side
okay, we
note,
won't do it now, but I'll put it out there that I will kill it.
Those of you
Okay.
in the
Yeah.
sky see some smoke rising from Sudal.
Someone in this party know what happens out of character.
But you
Fucking
all
pen
will
bear.
land. Various folks will start to head off into their different directions. People have already been around. I'm just gonna slap you all down in front of the manor. And if you're not in front of the manor, you can put yourself somewhere else.
That's fair.
As King Stinger
Yeah.
lands.
With Hearth and Garden, let's
Right.
go.
Right before we land, Ferandra's gonna lean over to Boone and be like, "So do you want to kill that fish?"
As Oakenhill is like
Nice.
wiping his face with the water.
I think we have to kill that fish. I like literally can't pray.
Yeah, let's kill it. You want to just do it like that? Let's kill fish.
Okay.
I think we should. We all collectively decided to kill it, right?
I think we did.
We had a majority.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
Oakenhill. Oh hey guys. Hey. how? Oh, you got Kingsinger back. That's awesome.
Or killing the fish.
That's fine. Before you killed the fish, because I've already done it, I may have had one less prophecy sushi moment.
Your choices confound me.
I was wanting to find information of things to come,
Hey,
and I kind of
was
did.
making,
I kind of did. So
I was making sure that they were okay.
always trust Jax.
If Jack's being involved makes it better and worse.
I'm going to take the better part. So
I'm
I
gonna
kind of
focus on the worst.
you take one side, I'll take the other. Anyway,
Perfect.
I saw, you know, the bridge that we were on before in the Temple of Ard. Remember that spooky bridge where I threw someone off? You know, they were all cocky and I threw them off. I saw that again, but this time 2 undead angel figure thingies instead.
Undead angels?
Sort of like angelic figure. They had wings. I'm pretty sure. I don't. Yeah,
Like
they were-
SMR?
Maybe. They were undead and they didn't look fun.
I don't think SMR are real.
I mean,
We
we're dealing with Dashi and Pension, so it would make sense if they
But
were
was-
involved.
Like I said, we literally spoke to a god like the other week.
Yeah, we did. You danced with an angel boon.
That's a good point.
I
that
mean-
was an ASMR.
And it was an unreal experience.
No,
Good
I'm
save.
sure.
All right.
Should we go kill this fish then?
Oh, yes. Hmm.
How do you plan on doing that?
Well, how else do you kill a fish?
These
Hey,
goofuses are
you're
awesome.
gonna boil it, aren't you?
No.
That is not how you kill a fish.
Well, if you cook a fish, you know, you can boil it.
Normally you...
Kill the fish first before you cook it, Oakenhill.
Oh yeah, you gotta get rid of the nasty parts. Yeah, good point.
Or like the life inside of it.
Well, you know, there's some like if you had lobster before,
Yes.
you meant to boil you kill that alive.
No, you don't. You stab it with a knife at the base of the head and then drop it in.
I've been eating lobster wrong.
You've been eating lobster inhumanely?
Probably, apparently so.
Okay, am I
feel
killing the
bad.
fish?
I feel bad now because I like nature. Oh no,
Do you want me to hurt its ego?
It's just-
No!
I
I'm
can
going
I,
inside.
I can jump in and start stabbing.
Okay, watch this. Boone's gonna wade in the water.
All right.
He's going to attempt to grab the fish, which is going to be comical.
Absolutely. Make me an athletics
And
check.
then, absolutely. And like anyone who's ever gone fishing who needs to kill a fish, he's gonna slam it against a rock.
You got this. You got this,
If
Boone.
he can catch it.
Wha-
Oh,
Okay.
he's definitely.
There we go.
Yep, you catch it, lift it up, it kind of wriggles and writhes. It's like it's more like an eel than a normal fish, right? And you just slam its head against a rock and it stops moving.
Peace on Earth.
Okay, no more prophecies.
And now we eat it, because that would be a
Now
waste
say-
if we don't.
No,
Can we turn it
no.
into sushi? Let's turn it into
I'm not-
sushi. We
I'm
can
not
call it
eating that.
sushi.
I'm the one that's had the most prophecies, and I don't want to eat that thing.
I'll eat it.
I'm eating it.
We're eating it.
Oh, but Boone cooking is so good.
Boone's gonna carry it into the kitchen!
You can delete the token.
Okay, can I make a request? Can we skip over the eating the prophecy sushi bit, like out of character? It's making me a little
Yeah.
Yeah, boom, we eat it. There we go.
Eat it. It's done. It's gone.
Before that, start, can does anyone want to go talk to Gildegear with me?
Oh, I actually need to. Yeah.
Let's go, chat. And then,
You see-
sorry.
You see Gilded Gear sitting in the main room with a bunch of other people.
Oakenhill's run upstairs and not seen them.
Alright, I'll just wait for him.
Oakenhill looks at the cat for a second, ignores them, and then, oh shit, runs back downstairs.
Let me through the door! There we go.
Why is-
Wandra, can you tell Kroon that she's sitting in my spot?
Oh, I
Where did
forgot
you
about
do
her. Oof.
Oh, hey guys, Oakenhill just closed the door. That nope. Hey, watch your friend.
He'll nod and look to you. Hello?
Long time no see.
Looks over as folks start to sit down. number of
I should probably
different around.
I should probably go sit with them, right? That should probably be a good idea.
That would be best. I assume they'll want your opinion.
Ooh, that's a good point.
Karuna,
Oh, I made those two enemies.
Karuna, I hate to tell you this.
Huh?
You're sitting at Isandra's spot.
I
You
have
want my seat?
always
You can take my seat.
Okay.
I'll just move over.
Oakenhill looks at Ferandra. That looks at Ferandra. The one in front of Bailiff. What?
Bruna chuckles a bit and gets out of the seat and says, "Oh, far be it from me to take your spot."
That's what I'm saying. Thank you, Krone, for understanding.
Yeah, go up and sit on the
Lysandra
safe
sits
side.
down.
Did you make a new friend, Bailiff?
Where's James? Oh, there. I'm blind.
He's right there.
Literally blind. Bailiff looks over. No, we made this one. This was on request.
So technically, you did make a new friend. Technically.
Sure.
Okay. Kind of weird, but okay.
It's okay.
It's disturbing.
It's just standing perfectly still over here.
It's somehow worse.
You know, Frandra, this is the effect you produce on people. I hope it just. I want
That's
to make
the
sure
effect
that
I-
you're aware.
The effect I produce on people is making them uncomfortable.
By looking exactly like them, yes.
Oh, I understand now. Hold on. I turn into Isandra. Stand up. I stand perfectly still. I stare off into the middle distance.
Isandra kicks his chair out underneath him.
He falls over. Turns back into himself.
Ferandra, can you simulate height, or are you stuck at your height?
I could do height.
Oh shit. Okay.
How tall can you go?
Yeah.
I think it's dependent, right? Like I can't turn into that giant, but maybe a Goliath maybe would be my limit. I feel.
Try to go as tall as.
Boon's pretty tall, you know.
You pretty tall, Boone. I can try and go just a taller Boone.
I would
How
like you
tall-
to be 19 feet tall.
That's very tall.
He's gonna try and be 19 feet tall, I guess.
Exactly,
He ripped
though.
himself apart.
You get to like just over 7 feet tall, a little bit misshapen version of Boone.
I do not like that. My
how
nose
tall
does
is
not
you?
look like that. Go back to normal.
Yeah, alright. I didn't like it either. It feels weird and bad.
Cecilia puts her gun down on the table.
Oh, it's time to get to business. Okay,
Yeah,
guns
no.
on the table, everyone.
Oakenhill pulls out his massive axe and puts it on the table. Is that what we do?
I'm gonna pull out Hank and put him.
Boone puts body on the table.
Another gun. Body on the table, sure.
Hunter puts the singing blade on the table.
Why are we taking out our weapons?
I don't know.
Bonnie is not a weapon, Bonnie is a friend.
And keeps them at drawing distance.
Mine's uncomfortable when I'm sitting like this.
That's why you do it?
Get the holster
Oh, I
sits on
thought-
the top of your stomach, Cecilia.
I thought you did it to tell us to stop fucking around.
No.
Thought it was like a warning.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I don't think I need to warn any of you. I dragged you in tied up on day one. Points to Roger.
Yeah. I tried to kill you.
Wait, what?
And how
It
far
I
doesn't-
did you
didn't.
come?
Did I even tell you that I did actually kill you once in the Trials of Ard? We did kill you.
Well, to be fair, she did try to kill me in the trial. So.
Yeah.
So, as a Mundus, everyone.
Even in the case where it seems that everything is at risk, if we all die, there is no trying again.
Yeah.
Surely,
I'm
if we
also going
fail
to
this one
make a-
time, though, there's no second chance after this, right? Yeah.
Stick close to Boone. You were saying?
I'm going to make a lot of noons.
Right.
I should
Like probably 100.
Before we fully leave, get some more bolts.
Oh.
Maybe, just maybe.
I want to go into Newport just to see if we can get any potions or anything like that.
I'm sure on our way to the ship we can make any last-minute stops. No huge shopping trips, just making sure that we have everything that we need.
Yeah.
Alright, town today. Gilded Gear will lean forwards and just say, do you want me to help with the noons or something else? Is there anything anyone needs me to do today?
What can you do in a day?
That's a loaded question. A lot. But I can't work a miracle, not in one day.
That takes a particular amount of skill.
Yeah, we're a god in your fireplace and forge, which I have had for a while, actually.
I do need to take that from you now. I apologize.
That's okay. It's actually really difficult to use. He doesn't calm down. The fire is always raging.
Yes.
Which is great unless I make a mistake.
That makes sense.
Is there a way that you could reinforce my bow so that I can smack people with it?
Oh yeah, easily. Definitely. It's a magical bow. All I need to do is... I could do... Are you alright with metal banding? Do you have a preferred weapon? I could put blades on the front edge of it, though it might, outside the handle, you'd have to be careful where you hold it. Or I could just
This
make it
thing
heavy.
is already terrifying. I think the blades would look sick.
Alright. I can do that today. That still leaves me time to help with one other thing of reasonable value. Just gonna come over to collect the bow.
I'll hand over the Tonworth horn.
Let me add a 10 Morse horn melee attack to your... Here, we'll take that and start marching up. If you need anything, let me know.
Will do.
Alright.
I mean, I suppose, this always begins with an examination of the threat at hand. What we think the threat will be, and the obstacles that will, get in our way.
Right. And all of you have been dealing with him since the start. What do you all think he will face?
Yeah, I think he'll have specialized things against all of us.
Yeah, he knows as well at this point.
Yeah. I have a fear that he's going to utilize my background and compassion for those of my kind still under his control to try and force me to not do something.
Cecilia frowns a bit. Bailiff, are you joining us? Bailiff chuckles a bit from the sidelines. Against a threat like this, I'd be remiss not to offer my aid in some way, though I must admit, even a mage of my caliber is scared.
A mage of your caliber is also useful, Bailiff.
Yes.
A good friend told me it's okay to be scared.
Right. That keeps you alive.
Hmm.
Where do you want me? I could be battling things. I could be moving people quickly. I really can't do both, though. They both use up my power.
I have a very strong feeling that at some point this battle is going to turn. Given he's trying to ascend to godhood, we're probably going to go to another plane of existence. We might need you to help us get there.
All right. And Cecilia says, "Are you all willing to part with Kingstinger, then?"
What the hell?
I
Why?
know you just spent a significant fortune on returning him. But if we can get Karuna and Rose to Dacia, we can have them immediately start disenchanting other shape changers.
It's a very good reason. But I really wanted to write him into battle.
We could.
I accept.
Thank you, Boone.
Delia will speak up from the sidelines and say, "If he'd like, I could take him instead."
I know I want to fight alongside the Phoenix Eternal.
She smiles. "I'll be there then." Right. Karuna, get Rose. Both of you should go immediately, so you can get as many people as possible.
Come with me.
Karuna will start following. I've never ridden a flying thing before. She said,
Old King Stinger.
King Stinger has like started making a little nest out front, sort of, from massive branches and bits of things. And looks down to you. "Yes, cousin." It says in Draconic, of course.
Boone is gonna like walk up, and I imagine his arms aren't wide enough, but like wrap his arms around old King Stinger's neck and go, "I thought we were going to get to fight together, but I need you to help save a bunch of people's lives in Dacia."
A challenge of its own. I stay away from.
Oh, that's a very good point. Oh no. Can you get like near and then let them get off and then...
Yes, this can be
Okay.
done. And perhaps they can advocate for me and get me a sheep.
Boone will look at both Rose and Karuna and say, 5 sheep.
They'll-
5.
Karuna nods and Rose nods. Roses. I should change that. There we go. Over. It says, we can manage that. She's gonna look up back towards the doorway where Ferandra is and say, "I could probably help in the battle, though." Quite loudly.
I'd rather you not. I think this suits you just fine, actually.
And she looks to you and walks up to this.
And he's gonna just like reach down and kind of just like grab her hand and just say, "Karuna, with how dangerous all this is, I need you to go and do this instead."
I didn't get to help with the last one.
No, but you are helping me with something far greater than just a battle, whether or not this goes south. I actually have a favor to ask of you, if you don't mind.
She tilts her head a little bit. In the background, Rose is like kneeling down next to Kingstinger and plucking through the through the nest. Meanwhile, Karuna's looking twinly.
If I end up biting the dust and everything coming up here, I need you to do that thing we talked about without me.
Karuna looks away for a moment, looks down, she's thinking. And then she looks back up. And she nods. And she's gonna be a little bit quiet here. But she'll say, the most important thing. I understand. It's the most important thing. People shouldn't be made and thrust into a responsibility they have no attachment to. For causes that mean nothing to them. If you do die, and her features, her whole face doesn't change or whatnot, but the front of her features shift a little bit to look slightly like yours. She'll say, at the very least, I'll be able to get a very good painter.
He will nod and smile. Appreciate that very much, Karuna. I think he's just gonna sit here and give goodbyes, and he's gonna watch them when they fly off.
To Rose, just give them a high five.
They look up and
what
with a
is it?
big smile, they give you a high five.
No getting hurt, okay?
And they kind of motion around a little bit and throw their hands up in the air.
Good point. Fair enough. Just stay safe, okay?
And for that, they nod. And we'll kick up onto the back of Kingston. Helping to pull Karuna up. They wave, and Kingstinger says, "We will return, and under victorious banner feast, I will bring sheep."
There will be sheep.
Boone, what did he say?
All in Draconic, of course.
Yeah.
He's a very simple person. He really just cares about winning and sheep, and I really appreciate that.
At least he knows his goals, you know?
I think he's very sheep motivated, and I
respect
will be
it.
remembering that.
Understandable.
Or sheep. It's a bad day to be a sheep.
It's a good day to be a Kingstinger, though.
It's probably one of the best days to be Kingstinger.
I would say so. You know, with the whole being alive thing, you know?
When they kick off, Swift follows in the air for a little bit before turning back.
I'll vomit.
Twisting around.
Oh man.
Oh.
Fuck you! You bastard!
Another really good reminder of how far you all have come. Swift couldn't fly when you all started. Swift is like 3 times the size they were when you started.
He just grew up. Come on.
Little guy.
Little guy.
I feel like at some point we really need to take stock of the type of NPCs that we have as allies. because Wyvern 2 changelings, 2 ex-vampires.
Yeah.
What
An old man that is
the-
an old man that has definitely committed war crimes.
Yeah. A a great priest
player.
turned scorned lady priest turned like garish priest now, I think.
Mhm.
Just a mimic.
That's the best one. That's the best one. Just literally a mimic.
If you're nice to things, they're nice back to you.
It's
Oh, don't forget,
crazy.
we put
We're really going on the mentality of we can fix them.
Don't forget, we put a hag in rehabilitation.
Not with that one.
We
There's no way they're rehabilitating in this life.
Oh, we're probably gonna have to fight her. She's got.
Oh
the
yeah,
island.
I'm gonna. Yeah.
If you're gonna put someone in anyone's prisons, the Temple of Art is the safest.
Mhm.
Yeah, but not when not when Azamundus is coming. Fuck.
But that, for all your memory, the Temple of Art reported to you that they had extracted the being from them, that Anti-Cain could not cast any magic anymore.
I did not know that.
She is powerless. And they chained her in iron as well, just in case.
Oh.
Bad day to be a fae.
This is the most time I can say womp womp. No remorse for that fucker.
Crazy.
I kind of feel bad, but it's just because I'm really, really, really in love with hags.
It was horrible. She had planned
John-
like 12 horrible
John feels bad, but Boone doesn't. Oh, Boone might actually. Yeah, I was gonna say Boone's Boone. Anyway,
Yeah.
is this kind of stuff making it sink in for anybody else?
Just gonna put people around the house as they start to disperse.
I have a random question for y'all that I think I know the answer to, but I would be remiss if I didn't ask it. Do any of you have any part of Azamundus physically, like hair, a finger, a nail, something like that, skin? Gross.
If anyone, would Darius have a chance of having anything from Asmundus?
Maybe.
It doesn't seem like some things that the. I mean, he's a necromancer. I'm sure he's aware of the dangers of leaving such things behind.
That's true. I'll ask around. I'm gonna do something tomorrow night.
Mm.
It's actually quite auspicious that you brought that up.
Oh?
We'll just do this now.
Oh?
Because Darius, walking around and over.
Oh, hey Darius, we just talked about you.
He looks nervous.
No, nothing bad, nothing bad, bud.
I wanted to offer you all something. Those notes
Oh.
we took, they were written by Azamundus. Which means you might be able to use them to scry. I could no longer do that, but if any of you possess the capability.
Oh. Well, that sounds wonderful.
That is what we call convenient.
I wasn't actually gonna use it to scry. Do y'all know the spell Dream?
Nope. I don't really like dreams.
A roll, that's
Well,
a weird one.
I mean, because I only get nightmares, but you know.
Okay.
yeah. I don't know if he can really go to bed or not, but knowing that he casts spells and whatnot, he has to rest. At least a little. So I was gonna just, He's like voodoo hands.
Darius looks
What's
over.
this? What's okay? There's the voodoo hands. What's that mean?
Might suggest something if you're going to use such a dangerous spell.
Oh?
It is less common practice, but that is a very old spell. And it is possible to link your consciousness with others before you activate it. So that you are not alone when you are attacking the mind of an ancient wizard.
That's a good point. You don't want to be alone doing something like that.
Sounds good to me.
I'll
You
describe to you how to do that when the time comes.
Yeah.
I again apologize, I cannot help myself.
That's fine.
Not even jagged teeth. Because of the level and power of magic that was used on him. And,
Hello, you two.
oh, hi, hey. Cynthia leans back and says, "Ah, one of our saviors." She's sarcastic, but that's her state of being.
Yes, indeed. One of your saviors. And Ysandra will roll his eyes as he moves to sit down on this crate and picks his feet up on the empty one.
And kick over. We were just discussing where we think we should go next. There's a lovely plot just west of Darshia. A whole slew of farmers that really could use someone who could watch out for them.
I mean, is that what you would like to do, Vinicio?
Benicio shrugs at him and says, I had a few ideas. I mean, if we just stayed in the city, it wouldn't be very hard to make some money. I didn't realize it until we got there, but if nothing else, I know how to keep a book, and I'm aware of the prices of potions, and also large estates. So I'm sure someone would be looking for help.
Well, at the very least, I think that whatever you do, it should be something that you want to do.
I think for a little bit, what I want to do is not have to look over my shoulder.
For the most part, that has been remedied.
Yeah. Cynthia nods a little bit, says, and for all the enemies I've made on the way, we never did get to spend much time around Darshia, nor along the riverside.
I know that after here, I'm going to go back, and I'm going to help Etienne, my sister.
You're going back.
There is a lot of work that needs to be done.
Frowns
A lot of people that are now lost.
Vinicio scratches the side of his face and says, there is a lot of work that'll need to be done. I don't even know who would begin to do it.
Well, I imagine if I survive this, I'll have at the very least enough money to make sure that my sister and I are okay. And perhaps a small city for a little bit. Prepare some old homes, I suppose, would also be a good place to start. But, I don't know. I'm supposing a lot of people will probably make an exodus out of the duchy, but those that stay behind also deserve a home.
When you have it fixed up enough, I want to be around people. When you fix it up enough, come find me, says Vinicio.
Oh, so you're going to make me do all the work?
Yeah. You kidding me? You guys teleported across the continent. Of course I'm gonna make you find me.
With the help of the bailiff, I can't do all of that. I'm really good at killing things.
Cynthia
I'm
kind
also
of taps the
really
wall.
bad at making allies.
I understand that one. I suppose there's a few folks out there that could use someone who knows how to shoot.
I'll let you two have your fun first and foremost. But do know that after all is said and done, I will be heading back. And if you'd like to come with me, you're more than welcome to.
Cynthia will nod again. She'll say, so I was gonna try and make it a bit of a magical moment, but I suppose that would make logistics really annoying. I actually own a place out in Dacia. I never got to use it. Nice vacation home, I thought. Small place on a hill. There's a lake nearby. Don't own anything by the lake, mind you. And she'll pull out a little map and pass it over to you. But really, when we're staying there, that's where we're gonna stay. I mean, there's no point in staying anywhere else. I already own it.
He'll flip open the map and he'll look it over. I'll keep that in mind. I'm sure I'll pay a visit and try to pick you two up. At the very least, that you lot knows that I am okay.
Yeah. And she looks over to Vinicio. And Vinicio doesn't look terribly nervous at this point. He's just sitting back and he's thinking on a lot of different things, like eyes flicking left and right. He's like, well, I mean, you have to come get me again. Make sure it's safe, like safe enough. Don't bring me to a war zone. But like once the city's secured, I can come to Larking. My father used to manage the whole castle. He managed all the finances. I know how to do it. I could do that the other way around. Make sure everyone has enough food, things are moving around, we're purchasing in what we need.
That would be
Expensive.
greatly helped, actually. That'd be great help. I was terrible at the books with the Lagarde family. I always had to get my older sister to double check the math.
There's a bit of a laugh. But between the two of them... Oh, please.
Oh, please. I don't know. I also think that, to some extent, if I don't do this, I don't really know what else I will do.
We'll get a little smirk from Cynthia. She doesn't say anything, but you're pretty insightful. She understands the feeling.
But we are going to be going in and we're going to be preparing to face Asmundus. I would recommend making yourselves scarce around things that are attached to us, the Kosian Knights. Particularly this place, just in case if it comes down to it.
I'll take it.
The bailiff and be like, so is this my buddy?
Yes. Let him turn. He's holding the staff of power in one hand. You can absorb it if you need. Doesn't think. Can't hold a conversation.
Is the staff of power, does it still have the magic in it? Or is it absorbed?
It still has the power.
Alright. So it might be best to have him absorb it purely because while this thing is, well, I don't know, powerful, I I doubt this guy can cast spells.
No. No.
I'd rather him be I don't know, fodder, if that makes sense.
Right. Absorb the staff. And the staff, like, melts into it.
Wonderful.
Listen to the orders of this person.
Lovely.
Step back.
Crunch will also just look over and be like, if I tell it to explode, is it gonna do that?
Please be careful with what you say.
Alright, cool. Alright, buddy, you're gonna stay here for now. I'll get you when I'm ready.
Stay put.
Fair enough. And that's it. He's just gonna start preparing the spell, which I think he's gonna want to perform in here, since it's a large area.
Certainly. You head over to the gardens, Oakneal.
Oakenhill, after seeing Kingston go, it kind of sinks in that they could die, and he's kind of trying to stop himself from panicking. So he does what calms himself down the most. So he just takes off his coat, he hangs it on probably the railing, takes off probably his armor, like, and stuff, and just gets in normal clothes, and just gardens, treats, looks after the plants, and yeah, just does something to calm himself down for a bit.
You start evening things out, making sure each plant's pruned and taken care of.
There's a little chat with each one, you know.
Certainly.
Yeah.
Darius is nearby. He's mostly just watching as you do things.
Yeah.
There is a great thump. 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 And then wind starts to buffet the area.
Okay. What?
And with a great thud out the western side is probably about as you finish collecting all the fires, you folks. The great brass dragon Alexos lands.
Holy! Oakneal immediately like goes down and bows for a second.
Look over to you, Oakneal. I am here to offer my aid. You all, heroes of my realm, call for it against a greater threat.
Oakneal stands up. Yeah, I'm trying to compose myself, sorry. You're like really imposing and really cool.
We are comrades
it's really...
in arms. Speaking in common, and the voice booms out, by the way, so people could probably hear it. You have no need to bow. We have fought side by side.
Oh, that's it gives Oakneal a bit of a confidence boost. Yeah, it's really bad. This could be like world-ending kind of stuff.
I've rested on the edge of the world too long. Too long.
Oakneal's like trying to act calm. It's not going to be for another day or two, Guardian. They're planning. I think it's going to happen in 2 or 3 days. He looks at Darius for a second.
Darius,
which one is it?
End of tomorrow, we must be on the Isle.
That one. So yeah. Basically, a really bad person is going to try and consume a god. So we got to stop that.
There's a moment of silence from Alexos. 2 days. I will fly out to the Isle today.
Okay.
I will return this evening, tomorrow morning. And if need be, I will take you there.
I can't say no to that.
Looks past to the folks coming around the edges.
Holy shit, that's a dragon.
It's our friend.
You are keeping a cousin from me this whole time.
You've met them before. What do you mean?
I've met this person?
You rode on them, remember?
I confuse everything with old King Stinger. You're so right. How are you, Alexos?
I am as well as when we last met, comrade.
I've ridden on far too many dragons. I'm walking away. I've embarrassed myself.
Flames they are carrying hold in hard.
Oh, yeah. Those are the. What are those? Those are like the gods of his. the gods of his
those
people.
are our ancestors.
Yep.
We are working on taking them to where we hope to be their forever home.
The old flames find a new home once more. May it last some time. I will
That's the
return.
plan.
There's spreading of wings.
See you. Okay, no, backs up. See you tomorrow.
And a burst of wind again as Oxus takes off.
Holy shit.
If I had a piece of gold for every time a big winged creature launched from our house, I'd have 2 pieces of gold in one day. That's insane.
The thing that is like in my fairy tales as a kid just said I was its like brother in arms. That's pretty fucking cool. Okay, he'll start like putting his armor back on and shit. Okay, gardening time's over, I guess. Yeah. And he'll head back inside with Jax probably. Or wherever.
Folks gather. Delia and Sarah. Both hit at the front now that the flames have been gathered. Delia says, "Is it time to walk the flame?"
Oh, I think it is. I'll grow anxious if I think it's not, so I think it is.
Then let's get a coach down to where we need to be. We can stop in Sudal. It's a long way.
Where's the coachman?
He's probably sleeping from, the whole dying thing.
Come on, Elder.
Quick call around, some checking. Eventually, Cecilia will say, "Yes, he's upstairs. I'll bring him down." I have to find my list. There he is. The coachman coming down will be able to take you all out to town if you wish. And then to the temple.
O'Connell, as usual, climbs on top of the carriage.
Boone was inside this time, afraid that the wind from this 5 miles per hour carriage will blow out the fires.
Jax will ride Swift, accompanying next to the carriage.
Certainly.
You know what? Because I haven't. Would you classify inside of the carriage as dark or dim light, Zach?
Yes.
Okay, Isandra. He sits down, he looks to Boone, from within the carriage, and looks around to everybody else, and he turns into a little bat, just where Isandra once was.
What
using
the
his
fuck?
hook of the bat. Yeah. And he will look around to people as though he can understand them, because he can. He retains all mental stats.
That's Sandra.
Tiny.
Folks can pack into the carriage.
Sandra's gonna be a menace in the carriage. He's gonna sit very still, and on occasion, he's gonna dart at people swooping at them, not actually hitting them.
The carriage bumps along, eventually coming out at Newport, where we'll, in just a very quick overview, allow you all to purchase anything you wish. That is normally available here. If you're looking for anything in particular, of course, let me know.
I'd like to buy some bolts.
Certainly, bolts are
2
not
quivers of
expensive.
bolts. Thank goodness. Well, I could burden the cost anyway. I look at my inventory.
Uh-huh. I want to see if the blacksmith has anything better than normal plate. So all I've got is bog standard plate at the moment. So.
I will also check with
I
the
also-
blacksmith and stuff.
I also want leather. And if he has something better than studded leather, that I can still wear, absolutely.
We are in the same boat.
Mm-hmm. So, bolts, no problem. You want 40, that costs 4 gold. I'm sure that's terrible.
Oh man, my 936 gold pieces. Whatever will I do?
Dear Lord.
I saw that platinum bar.
Coming down to the blacksmith, you can check in with him, understanding the nature of the situation. He lets you into the back room, and of course you've been there before.
Mm-hmm.
And he'll run you through things. He'll get you studded leather, certainly 50 gold. But he has not had the time to create anything new since your last visit, roughly 2 weeks ago.
Fair. Dang. No worries. Worth a try. And the only other place I wanted to go to was the potion shop.
Certainly, someone roll me a D100.
Who's doing it? Yeah.
I got it.
Nearly perfectly average. Fuck.
One. Okay.
You said it was 50 gold for the studded leather?
Mm-hmm.
I can do math.
One of these. Okay. And the alchemist has in stock a potion of fire giant strength, 2 potions of greater healing, and 4 normal healing potions.
How much for all of it?
For everything.
Hmm.
And he quickly adds it together. 1,200 gold.
Oof.
I can. How much is the strength potion?
Yeah, that's one. Would he get a potential discount if I was genuinely saying we're going to stop the end of the world?
He looks to you and he raises an eyebrow.
Jax, you got that finger on you?
I don't think.
Jack's the one that has it, right?
Finger?
The thing from the Duke fight.
No, that was given over to Boone.
Oh, okay. I thought Jack
And
said it.
then it was handed off so that they could go to the temple.
Gotcha.
Yeah, so it's with us right now.
How do we prove that we're going to go save the? Oh, yeah. How do we prove that we're going to go save the end of the world, Jax?
You can look at this. I'll pull out the like holy ard oil that I was given by Sosimo.
Like looks at it. It looks at you. It looks at the oil. All right, you get 1,000 gold, but if you ask me for any more discounts ever, I will kill you. All right?
Understood. 1,000 gold for a doll.
He doesn't sound very threatening. Yeah.
Okay. Okay, he'll pay for it all. There goes basically all my wealth. So 500 gold, 40 platinum, and then 1,000 silver pieces. And then the last thing I want to buy, doesn't need any AP, is a few rose seeds. Or rose buds, whatever. And something to grow some roses in the garden.
Certainly. You can pick up a couple of small supplies for just gold.
Yep. I have 3 gold left. I have 2 platinum, so I still got a little bit, but that was the majority of my wealth, so yeah. Lovely stuff.
Anything else people want to buy in the city?
Could you send me the list of... Oh, there it is, thank you.
I would like to buy more booze while I'm in the city, please. Both the drinkable and the flammable.
Certainly, certainly.
One tavern's getting Sandra go to in Newport.
There's a couple, but there's the most familiar one, which I can't remember off the top of my head. But in any case. Presuming you're not purchasing any anything outrageously expensive. Just
No.
buying some alcohol. That can certainly be done.
Isandra will be buying 2 bottles of wine, and high-proof alcohol. So 2 bottles of each, if
Absolutely.
that is available.
Yeah, that'll run 70 gold.
Oh, yay.
Is there a? I forget. Is there a jeweler in town?
There is. You guys visited them at the end of last session and bought out their diamond.
Yep.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, to get some King Stinger, right?
Mm-hmm.
A good thing to check, though.
I was just double checking because I can also do that now if I'm quick.
Right.
Oh, Revivify.
Everyone in this party could just be like, "You're not dead anymore. Stop that."
Yeah.
There's nothing else I would be looking for then.
All right. Marching out. The carriage continues westwards until you come across what was once a ruin and is now maybe about 30-40% constructed, relatively large home on the side of the river with a little hill overlooking it that you can still see some of the temple structure on top of. And Stepping out and leading the way, Delia motions back to Boone and to Jax. Elder Thirst Dismos steps up as well. She says, there's a couple meanings to walking the flame. When I was taught by Serga, it was something of a way of paying homage, remembering where we came from and why this all started. When I used it, at first, it felt like a show. Felt like it. Took me a bit more time to understand precisely what my old teacher meant. Because he didn't tell me everything. That old elven bastard never told me everything. Figuring it out yourself. What you want to do is focus less on what it is you're showing, and more on what you're feeling and what you want to express to the people around you. Don't worry too much quite precisely what it comes out as. As you chant the words, you can mumble them to yourself, that's enough. And like you saw in the city, shapes will form. You can control them directly if you focus, but you don't need to. Might shift color. I wouldn't worry about that. Just focus on what it is you're trying to express. Because in that form, it will be a very clear communication to the people who actually know you. So, the prayer's really, really simple. Walk with me, flame. We move and dance. Passion and change. Walk with me, flame, walk with me. That's it. Say it in Draconic if you want to be traditional.
And here I thought I'd be walking on coals.
She shakes her head. No, I think life has quite enough walking on coals, though Serga disagreed. How many people do we have? We'll need some folks to hold the flames as we move. And something of a starter. Back.
Should we find a place for the flames to live first?
Right. You never did talk to me. Not these ones. I guess they can do that. I heard them plain as day when you all were there.
I think that if this is going to be a temple of the five flames, then they should have a home before we walk with them.
All right. Let's find a place then.
And Boone will start walking up the hill to the half ruins, half reconstructed portion of the temple.
Mm-hmm.
And he will cast Stone Shape 5 times. And each one he will meticulously create
I guess he can't really be meticulous with stone shape, but he will create the rough shape of like a hooded offering bowl or a place for where wood and oil can be put in beneath it, or like a half hood to protect from the wind.
Mhm.
And he'll do it 5 times, like on each.
Shaped by the stone, relatively smooth, pulling up and outwards. These different shapes, things you could shape with some time further. Keep an odd. Delia shifts up. Elder Theristismos says, and we put them within.
We do.
So we better gather something to start.
And Boone is gonna pull out his bottle of flammable liquor that we purchased, like, I don't know, session 8, and pour into each of them and gather twigs and such as well.
Absolutely. And Sarah's moving around and helping pick things up, pushing piles of twigs and fallen wood from around the site up the hill to be distributed among the different I'm not even sure what you would call them, the different holding sites, the different shrines. As they're gathered together, you can open up the different lanterns, the different little flames of each color, and let them in. You realize, as the glass coverings are left and the flames are placed together, and all these different colors of light wash over each other, dimming and brightening with the gray and the silver, they sort of lose their distinction in the center of where you've placed all these shrines. Become this pale light in the center.
Should we... What if we put one large fire in the center?
Like for them to dance together.
Yeah.
I like that idea. A 6th stone shape.
All the spells.
Morphing together a larger one together.
Jax has grabbed a piece of wood and is carving the seam into it with her wood carving tools before putting it into the center of the center one.
Absolutely. And Jax is somewhat of a jack of all trades at this point when it comes to carving and shaping things. Learned woodworking, has long practiced scrimshaw and stone carving. Boone as well is quite an expert if he'd like to join in. Jax of all trades.
Certainly help.
Shaping and forming. And Delia watches on as you're all doing this, and she frowns a bit. She's not familiar with this tradition. But Elder Theristismos is quite familiar, and will come in to help as well. This music is
That damn lizard dragon's gonna come back.
We'll get him this time. I say this time we killed him last time.
this is also a little, but whatever.
Make it so we have a third dragon creature for the fight.
I'm pretty sure we used the scales for an armor.
That thing that we sold or some shit. I don't
Yeah.
remember. No, that was scales of the Dimini. For sure.
Oh yeah. Different blue creature with scales. My bad.
Exactly.
Sarah sits down by the edge. Bedelia, frowning, looking at the different groups coming in, she strokes her chin a bit. Then she knocks the side of her head twice, like she's knocking on a door. And she asks, "How long have these things been living with you all?"
Several months.
Something like that.
All unfamiliar to me.
They're old.
She nods her head and, eyebrows raised and lowered once. You too. She starts to step forwards.
I've come to accept the unfamiliar with these folks.
I don't think the ordinary could do what we are able to do.
Well, anyone who wants to walk with me. Anyone who dares to chant with me. And all of you, hold in your thoughts, your hopes, or whatever else you want to express.
And Boone will step forward to walk with her.
Jax will as well.
Rogna will walk a little bit behind.
The elder steps up. As does Sarah, though she'll stay behind with Oakenheel a little bit. And as you begin to move forwards, if anyone else wants to walk in, feel free. Delia kind of shows hand movements to Boone and to Jax, who are the closest to her. And in a couple motions, you're moving with her and dragging, and bits of flame move along, pulling out of these different 5 shrines, these different motes of light that twist together and form, again, this pale light, this slightly yellow, bright, warm thing. It lacks the definition of the others, but as you begin to move with it, I want to ask anyone and everyone, all my players, what your character is thinking right now. What they're trying to think. And if you'd like, what they're doing. And whoever would like can start.
Boone is thinking about winter. Cold and windy. And how this road that this temple sits on between Leadentown and Newport. Thinking about travelers coming, seeing warmth, feeling it. Sharing meals. Making offerings even if they don't recognize that they're offerings. That just thankful for a welcoming place to rest. He's thinking about the darkness of the night being broken by a simple candle. About how hearths are the core of any civilization. The essence of all which lives, a fire to sit beside and share. And he's following the hand movements. He's not a very good dancer. He's trying. He's happy. Like he's finally understanding what this is all about.
Well, as flames shifting and moving, with every movement you follow, even clumsily, the flame shifts around overhead and takes shape of different forms like you've seen in different spells before you've used. It's just you can't see them right now. It's not for you. Silver light, gray light twists around, pulling from this central flame. Imagery of followers, people indistinct, travelers moving along, taking a stop inside a temple alongside the river. Great fire burning. It starts with a candle and then a hearth, and people gather from what is very clearly Boone, sitting next to said hearth. Anyone else want to take a go?
If Jax wants to go first, because I like further ahead, I'll let Jax go first.
She is thinking about community, the idea of how one doesn't survive alone. She's thinking about how if people stumble, there are others there to grab their arm and pull them back up. A lot of second chance and community.
Absolutely.
Is the question.
And your movements, again, everyone else will see this, so Boone, you'll see Jax's and whatnot, and everyone else's. Above Jax's head, as the fire twists and turns into different shapes, a number of figures that take distinction, formed of different colors of flame that pull together and then apart into more shapes again, and there's more of them now, and together and apart, and there's more, and one stumbles but another pulls back and pulls, and in a great chain they all tug each other back together.
If we're good to go, just double check.
Mm-hmm.
O'Connell is probably thinking of ever since all this kind of stuff happened to him to start, when he's felt the most safe, which is probably around the campfire with the rest of the group. All the moments that, no matter how crazy stuff as everything has been throughout what they've done, having, Boone's food around a campfire still felt normal and safe, and just that, that moment of safe retreat. He's probably just thinking of all those moments. And yeah.
That swirling light shifts, and you see a single figure running. They trip and fall and roll, and you're not sure exactly where they're going, some of you. But others will see as it sits down next to the flames, as some of them, the chain pull, help pulls him up and pushes him in to sit down next to the flames, where he begins to glow as well, next to the hearth of Boone. And if either of you two would like to as well, you may. You're not required to, I will say, but you may join in.
I have something, but if you want to go first, Dima.
No, I mean, go ahead.
Okay. I feel like Ferandra is actually completely caught up in, like, spiraling anxiety about what's to come. Kind of considering everything leading up to this and how he is certain that if there was any time in his life to die, it would be in 2 days. And I think those thoughts coalesce to thinking about the father that he killed like half a year ago by now that put him in this situation, and the kid that he orphaned, hoping that he is okay. And considering that he's never really been particularly thankful or religious to Ard, and hopes that what he has done is somehow enough to put him in good graces with that god by the time his time runs out, or if not, that after he's gone, something kinder will be in his place. I think that leads into just him giving in to the comfort of the fire a little bit, which he does so rarely.
Above Ferandra, the flame shifts towards a single figure moving, blade drawn, slicing, as the same strands of cold, gray light shift and press and batter, slicing through it, slicing at it. Other things fall away here and there, just the edge of other people, other things. Looks frightened. Rushing towards the front of the flame, rushing towards it.
I think Cassandra is actually, he's pondering upon what is now a complete absence of a place for him to recenter his hate. I mean, of course he hates Asmundus, and he hates the things that Asmundus has done and is trying to do. But he finds that the hate that he feels is a lot less scattered. It is more guided. It is something that he can actually utilize now. He thinks about how absent and how distant and how isolated he felt because of it. Because of the same emotion, the same feeling that he feels hate. And how he's chosen to allow it to isolate himself from people like the rest of the party. At least initially. And how where apprehension once was, he's working together with them. And they're going to do something right. Cassandra is going to do something right. Even if it is, of course, guided by that hate, by that spite. And he is relieved at that.
And the flames shift with every movement of your three at the front, but above Isandra, as the next shift happens, the flames shift, and it's a very similar scene to Ferandra's at first, running, moving, slicing. Very gray. And then very red. And then the chain grasps and pulls the figure forwards, pushing them in with everyone else, as Delia leads a movement. And the flame shifts down and forms into the central shrine, dancing with the imagery, now for everyone, including Boone, to see, of the garish, somewhere cozy, people glowing, sitting together, color returning to Ferandra, to Isandra, sitting together with many, many other figures. The others are indistinct. Each of them talking to each other. You can't hear any words, just an idea of togetherness. And the fire burns like that for just a little while. A minute or two, perhaps. And there was other shapes. Above Delia, above Sarah, all the other NPCs that were involved, all the Elder Theristismos. But the ones that were the most distinct to you all were each other. And you feel something, all of you, which some of you have felt before, 2 of you have felt before, but all of you now feel something. Yet again. In unison, different voices from the different flames say, "Our power runs thin, but we will not abandon you in our darkest days, who sits by the warmth of our fire. You have brought us together again, and so in each of you, we give our last motes of power. And in each of you, you will find once a great power to change the fate you fear, to make the fate you wish for. The central flyer dims and dies, but the warmth remains with you. The 5 shrines around it remain lit, but dim.
This priest thing is weird.
You do a pretty good job of it.
It's very kind. We have to make sure that what they're giving us does not go in vain. So we have to win.
I think that's the plan.
The sun has set. And it's just all of you by dimming embers.
Should we start making our way?
Can do.
The whole
Where are we
next
going?
day. No, please. If you
No,
wanna say
that's
more,
dope.
say more.
You're about to do exactly what I was about to ask.
Yep. The next day feels like a blur. Preparations are made, you talk, but nothing of terrible substance, it feels like. Everyone's holding their breath. You get your bow back, Jax. Now with blades along its hands.
It's so fucking cool.
Gilded Gear helps make some noons alongside Jax.
Wow.
And
10 noons?
And
Mhm.
well, it's actually more than that.
Oh, good
Alongside
God.
Jax and Boone.
We still got the one that we made with the god.
But
Yeah,
yeah,
we
we
have
just
the god
left.
noon.
I forgot about that fucking thing.
They're, you know, you wish you could dry them out a bit better in the sun, but they'll do. 17 noons.
Amazing.
We have 17 noons in the god noon.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. It's high noon. Anyway.
Each of you have something called a fate point, which is something I haven't used in about 4 years.
Oh boy.
But once, when you would fail a saving throw, or including a death saving throw, you may choose to succeed instead.
Wow. Okay.
You can also argue to use it in other ways, but we won't worry about that. Alexos returns
Oh.
and offers to take some of you with some more speed, while the rest earlier in the day have been set out to travel to the Isle on boat with Sardara. On your arrival, you spend some time in the air. You can see the Isle getting clearer through misty ocean, a misty ocean day. Seems a great many people have gathered around the main temple complex. Priests with weapons of whatever they could find. Many new staves. They worry at first. They're calmed down. And there's a clearing made. Sosimo greets you as you land. A veiled priest says, "You have returned. We have prepared defenses outside, and in another 2 stages within the temple. You may retreat to. But we do not know what precisely we face. Where would you like to be? Where would you have us be? If you would change anything."
He could appear anywhere, right?
Yeah. That's my main worry because when we were here last time, the Grey Priests managed to approach us while we were already in the trial.
Mm-hmm.
So, for all we know, he could already have an inn and be here.
Yeah.
Yeah. Based off of what you saw of Kunhil, it's actually likely he'll be in there. I imagine if there's anywhere to try and get to Ard, it would be there.
Yeah, wherever the connection to Ard is the strongest, that's where he's gonna be.
Let's go there then. If they can get inside through there, then come. And the Veiled Priest will lead you within the temple.
What happened to the dreams and stuff? Oh,
Oh yeah, the dream.
I think we're gonna pass over that. The dream wouldn't have
Okay.
provided any reasonable response. It could have been a cool scene.
okay.
We're
too strong. All good.
We run thinner on time.
Perfectly fair. All good.
Led
I guess we head down there.
downwards. A couple of priests come with you. And if you want any specific members of your allies to travel within the temple with you down, speak up to choose them now.
Boone will want Sarah.
Sarah
Yeah,
comes
I
with.
was actually about to agree with that.
6 between the two of you.
Obviously. I can never remember our boss's name every time.
Cecilia.
I just think Cecilia and the coachman if they're there, but I don't know.
The coachman,
Sleep.
Cecilia demands, basically.
Yeah.
Like when travel is being made, that the coachmen stay back.
That's fair.
Do we want Sosimo there?
I personally feel like Susimo and we just said the name, but my brain is Cecilia. I think the two of those two should stay mobile a bit more and not necessarily down deep with us.
Good point.
I agree with that.
Cecilia nods and agrees and says she'll go find Sosimo. Make sure they're somewhere central so they can help where they're needed.
You think the dragon could fit down there?
No.
Dang it.
Is Dahlia with us?
Yep.
Do we want Dahlia? I feel like if anyone, she would be good to have with us in the actual fight.
Agreed.
Yeah. So, Dahlia, Sarah. Definitely not Darius. I don't even think he's here.
Yeah, the villager now that is Darius.
Do we want Bailiff just to make sure that he can help us out and transport us, if need be?
I'd vote bailiff. No.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that would be a good decision.
I can't think of anyone else besides those three.
O'Connell just goes to the dragon. Do you have, hi, I guess brother in arms, do you have any way of becoming smaller?
And Alexos, well, there was once when another made me smaller. I have no mastery over such magics.
Shoot. Well, you support in any way you can up here. When the time comes. Anything undead, kill it. Again.
They shall be returned where they belong.
O'Connell just nods. And then bows slightly. And goes back to the group.
I'm gonna give a command to the Farandra homunculi to make his top priority to not get hit by anything.
Absolutely.
What does your buddy do? And Oakneel points to the homunculi.
Well, we could give him a sword or something like that if we wanted him to fight. But that staff I had with me has a particular function where if you break, unleash a torrent of powerful, terrible magic that will basically kill anything within 10 feet of it. It'll
Oh,
severely hurt anything within 30.
oh dear lord.
So,
I mean, oh dear lord.
my hope, which I imagine we're going to have a lot of plans for this, once we get to Azamundus' soul, I'm going to send this buddy over there and...
Kaboom. Just send him with a
Yeah.
noon.
Sorry, that's so funny to me. We could, I guess. I don't know. I think I could just snap my fingers and it'll go, but it would be funny.
Just,
I'd be more
you know.
powerful.
Especially if it's the holy noon, you know. Anyway.
Oh, I'm not gonna take liberty of the Holy Noon. I didn't make that.
I guess we get going down.
Yeah. Is Azamundus coming in the morning or like in a couple minutes?
You have no idea.
What
Can
time is it
I-
now? Is it the?
Oh, can I?
Is it the?
Oh,
oh.
please.
I'm just checking. Is it the morning of when it was meant to happen? Is it the night before?
It is the evening of the night before.
Gotcha. Just wanted to double check. Thank you.
Would I be able to cast scrying?
You can certainly try.
I would like to cast scrying.
Alright. I haven't done this in an age.
I don't think we've scried like once this entire campaign.
Nope.
Never needed to really.
They
We had a prophecy sushi.
have the materials to do so in the temple on your way down. A brief stop to look over the water and check. I believe it is a wisdom saving throw.
Ooh.
Let me see. It is a wisdom saving throw, and would you say that I've met him or I'm familiar with him?
You're familiar by magic standards.
Gotcha. And would this fall under possession or garment or body part, lock of hair, etc.?
Possession.
Okay. So it would be a -9 to the save.
Damn.
So he has to roll above a 29.
Alright. Peering into the bowl. You see something odd. The features of the landscape around Azamundus, though indistinct, are bathed in this lava light. He motions to his right, and you can see the robes of someone short. Again, not the focus of the scrying move. Gilded chains pulling across the ground and wrapping up towards another indistinct figure leaning over a desk covered with sheets of paper. Great pillars of some kind rising in the background.
He was there?
That is where he is currently.
Would Jax have ever described Agrados? Because I know what that is, but I don't know if Ferandra would unless it was described to him.
Drax can see it too. It's a scrying bowl.
Oh, perfect.
What the hell is that place?
That's yeah, that's where he's chained at a desk. That is where I died.
What do you mean? What?
Wait,
Who's the one at the desk?
Or is
I'm confused.
that's Agrados, that's where Ard is.
Wait, so he's already there?
yeah.
I guess we get running, right?
Your allies look in. Bailiff says, "Is this when you meant to do this kind of thing?"
Do we have time to rest or anything like that? Because you just used... No.
From the
We shouldn't, even
perspective
if
of
we
the
did.
scrying bowl, Azamundus looks up through
Fuck.
it. He looks at you, Ferandra.
Mm.
The image fades.
Yet. Can I ask like the nearest priest person that he's allowed to talk to? Do you guys have any holy water? Just in case. Any spare?
We've already put it all out. We have 120 people to arm. I could
No
collect
worries.
some for you if you want. It might take a little bit.
No, don't worry. We haven't got time. Doesn't matter. Do you have to...
We have to get to Agrados.
Yep. How do we get there? Is there a way through the temple? Is that a thing? I don't know how this temple works.
The veiled priest says, "It is said that the deepest place, our most connected place to Ard, is a gateway. Unless your mage can open the way."
Look to Bailiff.
Bailiff counts the people. It's too many to take through the planar shift.
We go to the gateway. If that doesn't work, then we go. It's enough for what? Us 5 and you, Bailiff?
Yes, 7 total.
Oh,
Homunculus takes 1. So just us.
Yeah. Try the gateway. If that doesn't work, then we have you.
Right.
Alright.
I guess we get running.
Alright. Hurrying down into the bowels of the temple, doors are opened for you. You rush through towards the familiar stone templeway with all the archways. Doors still open. You push through to the great dark room. Lights glowing up through it from far, far below this time in red and yellow and orange. It's quiet. Suppose I'll put you all on a map, since you're not taking any immediate action.
Can Okanil, as we're running, maybe give a few potions to people?
Sure.
Who wants? I got healing potions. Who wants some?
I'll
I
take
can
one.
get them. I could also get most anywhere within about a blink of an eye.
Yeah.
I give all the. So I give one greater healing to Boone. The one greater healing potion. The other one to Isandra, and then 2 normal to Isandra. I got 2 normal, 1 left. Who wants them?
I'll take one.
Gives one to thingy. Gives
I'll
one
take
to.
the other.
Okay, you take the other. And then I've got the potion of fire giant strength, which will come in handy. So yeah, 1 greater to Boone and Isandra, 2 normal to Isandra, and then 1 normal to Jax and Ferandra. That's all the healing potions divvied out. Ooh.
Alright. Gateway should be somewhere here, right?
I guess so.
Priest following behind as well. Veiled priest. Wander in. And as you step up onto the bridge, the colors below shift slightly. There is a pale blue hue. Something that activates. The priest says, I'm receiving reports. There's something opening in the sky. People are moving into action. Undead pouring from the clouds.
I guess we're on.
I guess it's showtime.
Alright. Hey, Oaken here, was this where those 2 people were?
Yeah, it was. This is where we threw them up last time. This is where my vision saw the angel people.
From the darkness, 2 figures swiftly thud, massive figures, thud onto the stone. 2 angelic figures, on close inspection, glowing slightly with necrotic energy. Their wings cut and torn in places, mended again. It misses.
Oh,
Oh my god.
good shit.
Now I have to choose.
Okay, so they only need to roll a 4 to hit me. Understood.
Yeah.
Terrifying and awful.
Awful and terrifying.
All right, Ferandra, over to you.
The first thing I want to do is roll an insight check, Marshall. These things know where the gateway is. Where are they trying to keep us from going?
Good shout.
Absolutely, absolutely. Sure, roll me an insight check. I'll take that. Down. The light from below streaming up is the same light you saw in your image, just further diluted by distance. Your surroundings.
We have to jump off the bridge.
Yeah. Ferandra is going to just sort of look to the left or the right. Hope Jax can hear her. I imagine she can. And say, the gateway's beneath us. I imagine these fools can follow us if we want to take them out now, but if we need to go, just jump. And then, how far away? 60 feet? Do I want to hit it? I mean, a crit is a crit, right?
Crit is a crit. The rest of us aren't going to be able to hit it too much. Oh, well, no. Isandra could, but I'm not going to be able to get there this turn.
I have a nasty
Um,
idea, but it doesn't require me to crit.
You know what? Ferandra is going to drink a long strider potion as a bonus action. God, I love these fucking things.
Yeah, I forgot about that. Fuck. That gives how much extra movement is it?
10 feet.
Oh, just short.
And then he's going to get here on the edge. And then I haven't done this in such a long time. I think I'm gonna cast Vicious Mockery. Trying to just disable these guys. I don't want to waste any of my spell slots at the moment.
Who are you casting it?
And I can't get close enough to hit. Oh, you know what? No, I'm so sorry. Something else entirely. I want to cast Crown of Madness on the left hand.
Absolutely. You chant and form, and the crown begins to appear around its head and shatters as the spell fails.
Oh, well,
Can't be charmed.
that's all right. It's good to find that out. That's the end of my turn. You say you had something in mind, John?
I got a little something.
I'll pass to Boone then.
Okay. So these creatures are large. Am I able to hit each one of them because of their size with 4 of the squares from Firestorm? The area of the storm consists of up to 10 feet cubes.
Ooh.
And each centered cube does 7d10 damage.
Hit each of them with 2 cubes each. That's what you're trying.
I would hit each of them with 4 cubes each.
Ooh!
Basically putting, it'd be like
Yeah.
40-foot areas on each of them, but the inner sides of the corners would each be 5
Yeah.
foot
Yeah.
tile on their side.
Yeah, you'd be able to do 4 and 3, I believe, because you have 7 total from it, correct? Or is
I
it
have 10 total.
Okay.
Same.
Sure.
This combat might be a bit quicker than planned.
Again, like, you
okay.
guys are talking about how cool these guys are. I'm like, you guys are just as powerful as them now.
Yeah.
I can't
but
wait
they
to cast
look-
Firestorm. Then Boone will open his maw, and 10 or 8 wispy strands of fire will quickly ascend into the sky before they grow and grow and grow and grow into essentially pillars of fire that will attempt to crash down on these bad boys. Do you want each of them to just make one save, or a save for each one of the...
I'm gonna have to do the save separately for the one in the back, right? But the one in the front is paralyzed. It automatically fails.
Oh, that's big. That's big.
Is
Okay.
it 76 each?
It's 7d10 each.
So you can roll the damage onto the front one, and I will make saves for the back one in the meanwhile.
That's 28d10.
It's a dex save?
Yes.
Yeah,
DC
they're
18.
actually not that great at that.
So I will roll my 7d10 on top of the left hand.
That's
4
fine.
times.
Yes, that's
I'm making the wrong one, but
28d10
that's
in
the save
total.
save. This one.
I think Boone might get the most damage in one turn record. Dear Lord. Okay, I'm playing the
Fire
cleric.
burns around it,
I'm playing the cleric next campaign.
beginning
No,
to incinerate it. The right hand will just eat it. 3 fails, 1 success.
Ooh.
Okay. I will do 3 on top of it, and then I'll have 1 in the chat.
Cool.
That was so much.
Perfect.
I'm gonna do my little maths here just because that was fun.
That was 274 damage in one turn.
Still don't think that's our max.
I think that's the highest we've had in one turn.
And then Boone
At least from one
forward.
person. Fuck.
The firebomb did more. The 7 barrels of gunpowder.
That is
Oh,
true.
shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, we did barrel mancy.
But
What?
outside of that, that is.
Which one was
certainly
that?
the best.
What? Was that before my time, or am I just not remembering?
No, this was with the Emperor.
Oh shoot! Yeah, I forgot about that one.
And then
Just make it with the.
Boone will martial check, so I can
Gotcha.
go. He's trying to figure out what they're gonna do. Never mind.
Uncertain.
Then he will pass to Cassandra if he can.
Certainly. At the end of your turn, the right hand will take a paragon action. And it begins to chant in these ringing tones, celestial. Who? It's gonna be Boone. Who am I kidding? Boone's good at this, but they don't know that yet. Make me a wisdom saving throw, Boone.
Okay.
Ryan, I'm hoping.
That is a success. As it chants, you feel a pain, but the words do not reach you. Alright, I'll give that over to you, Sandra.
Ow!
Would that be halved or?
No.
Oh no. I hate that.
Actually,
I'm doing math. Okay. Okay. Apologies, I'm reading something really quick.
certainly.
What the hell? Isandra is going to, take a few steps forwards, and he's just going to very pompously, as he typically is famous for, load a bolt into his crossbow, and he's just gonna shoot it at the left hand, pretty much at point blank.
Funk.
Yippee!
Your sneak attack gets paralyzed, I guess.
Would I have advantage on that roll?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay. Sorry, buddy.
And does it crit if it hits?
Yeah.
Chat.
So I think it's dead. I have a strong feeling it might be dead.
That didn't.
The bolt pierces into it, and it seems this one seems resistant to physical weaponry.
Okay.
But
Oh, the other one's resistant to magic. Okay.
Sandra is going to move 30.
that was
And I'm
just a
going
normal
to-
bolt.
Yeah. Yeah. That I'm going to cunning action dash. I'm gonna have it move this way,
Absolutely.
and that is his turn. I'm so sorry.
Oakneal needs to go,
Yeah. I was gonna pass to Oakenhill.
and the
Oakneal
NPCs
is-
are effectively not in your combat. They're fighting off the ghosts.
Oakenheal is going to take the Long Strider potion and then that gives me 55 feet of movement. So then I'm going to dash, and Oakenly is just on all fours with the axe on his back, just gonna fucking book it all the way to this dude.
Absolutely.
Where was I? I was there, so I'm just double checking. Yeah. So where was I? Yeah. I think it's there, so I'm just out of reach. And then nothing I can do for my action, so yeah. Oh, because is it the end of the round?
Indeed.
I will start the next round then, I guess.
As a Paragon action,
Uh-huh.
the left hand is going to choose who begins the round.
Oh, what?
They
Huh?
choose
That's
Jax.
crazy.
They choose who?
They choose
Jax.
Jax. As you're moving, Oakeneel, and you're running through, time moves weirdly across the bridge. Suddenly, Oakeneel's running slower, and things over by Jax and Boone are moving quicker.
What the fuck?
I'm starting.
You begin the
Yeah,
round,
you're starting around.
Jax.
Yeah.
All right.
Let's see if it lives. I'm gonna try.
Sorry.
Holy fuck.
Is Swift here?
I am going to.
No, it's a should be. Let me bring Swift in.
At second level, cast Guiding Bolt.
Absolutely.
Actually, I'll just cast it at first level.
Alright.
At the left hand.
Absolutely. Could you just roll the attack into the chat for me?
Yes, I can.
Does it have advantage from the parallels?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's the end of end of your turn.
Oh.
Right?
Yep. So it would have
Yes.
advantage.
Oh, that's more like it.
Now that you know that magic is its weakness, I have a feeling it's not going to get a turn here.
That's why I ran to the other one. I'm like, magic is not my strong suit. Run.
All right. If you want to roll just the damage on your guiding bolt twice for me into the chat here, Jax, that would be lovely.
Yeah. So that's the first one. There's a second.
24, huh?
24.
How much does it have left? I'm going to take 34 points of slashing damage.
Halved because.
Nope.
Oh, I'd hoped. I got a problem.
However, I have to add 10 more to this thing because I didn't have that.
Shit. I'm thinking what to do. I don't know what to do.
You've opened the way. You know the singing is focused on you for the moment.
Yeah, I just don't know if other people attacking will also hurt me, but I guess I'll find out.
You want to make a martial check?
That would be wonderful. Thank you very much.
You have the ability to find that out right now. You're experiencing it.
Would that be wisdom or like insight or what?
Wisdom or religion, alternatively.
Yeah, we'll go with wisdom. Wisdom check. Come on. No.
No idea. Passed
Oaken
it.
here will move around. Can my second attack? I know he's big. Can I try and grapple him?
Your second attack was stopped. It was going.
Oh
to
yeah,
be a
good point.
crit.
Good point. Good point. Yeah.
You would
So I'll
have killed it. You would have killed yourself.
Yeah, I thought so. What a way to go. Yeah, Oakenheel will turn to try and get his attention, so he's not facing. So the right hand is not facing the pie, aka so Sandra can fuck him up.
It's going to try and blast you with some light Oakenheel since you're directly threatening it. But it's oh, I rolled that. Ignore that. I accidentally rolled it on you, Sandra. That wasn't for you. It's actually a disadvantage as well, not advantage, because you're in melee Oakenheel. And you're directly threatening this thing.
Nice.
An 18 is a
Oh,
miss
the
with your
plate
new
armor! The plate armor!
Totally
Oh.
like clangs against the side of your shiny new armor.
Ooh.
And that's all it can do.
Yeah.
Its hand motions over, and light flows from it, this purplish light towards the body
I knew it.
of the left hand. And there is this connecting tether between them. Man, I have to pass. Who do you want to go, Camille?
Isandra.
Over to Isandra.
One knee, prop his crossbow up on the knee that is bent, and he's going to load a bolt in with. He's going to load a bolt in, and then he's going to aim directly at the right hand. So he gets advantage using the strong heart.
Ooh.
Still hits.
Oh man,
17
that
is
sucks.
still a hit on this one.
Yeah. But the first not 20 I got with that weapon.
And as he lets the bolt fly, he's going to crush the soul trinket of the other angel. So it's going to also get 3d6 necrotic on it.
Absolutely.
Oh, it's taking a second.
It just took a moment. The bolt flies in and the necrotic energy eats across it. And it's not looking very good after that bolt hits.
Was Oakenil take any damage?
No.
Oh, good. That's all I'm bothered about. I go.
And then I suppose I will pass over to Jax then.
Jax
Wait,
started
no,
this
Jax,
round.
she started the round. I
Yeah.
lied. I'll pass over to Boone then.
Over to Boone.
Okay. Jesus Christ. Boone is going to. He's so. And how far is he from? God, he's just too far. He's just. That's close enough. He's in a sacred flame. Just a simple sacred flame.
The bolt flies.
Oh.
Hell.
And it shifts just slightly. There's some kind of barrier around it. Your fire seems to dim as it nears it.
Damn it. And then. Boone will pass to Sarah.
Absolutely. Sarah is currently all your allies back here are currently fighting off ghosts as they pour in over the left and right sides. She's jabbing out towards them with her now very different looking blade. They are occupied. Ferandra, you may go.
Frondra no like the tether. Can I roll a martial check to see if that's something I can cut physically or I have to use Dispel Magic on?
Certainly.
Fucking jack of all trades. Oh no, you just get plus 12 to mount. Jesus.
You think because it is this one that is forming it, that it is probably inherently resistant to magic, and so physically cutting it would be best.
Alright. Frondra is going to run right here to the middle with the singing blade in hand and just take a swipe right at the center of it.
Absolutely, and the tether snaps.
Good stuff.
I know a Raven's Watch reference when I see one, Zach. And then... Is that the end of the round?
Yeah.
Alright. Can I start it?
You may.
Frondra is going to rush up with his sword and is going to prepare an action to take a swing at it and then pass to Isandra. And is going to take the swing when Isandra attacks again, I assume.
Mm-hmm.
Plan, good plan.
the end of your turn, the right hand shifts its focus towards probably you, Farandra, because you're now next to it. You make me a wisdom save, Farandra.
I'm so good at those. Got 20 right here.
That is not a success.
Oh.
Don't you have an inspiration because of the Greek out?
I do, but I'd have to roll a 17. I'm gonna lose it next session, aren't I?
Mhm.
Yeah, I'll just use it now. Why not? Yeah.
Oh,
Alright.
the universe said no. Apparently.
Then we move to the pass.
Well then, Isandra is going to, actually, I'll have to help bonus action dash. So I can move that 10 feet, and he's gonna come in, first grip on the Shadefell dagger, as he is going to stab it into the right hand.
Absolutely.
And I get sneak attack because I have allies nearby, yippee!
Yahoo! Yahoo! Yippee!
But I have to hit first. Huh.
Oh.
That's lit.
That hits. Yep. This one is not as adept at melee combat as the other one. Was. And like one of its arms goes limp, the scythe falls to the ground and kind of clangs off the edge.
Yeah, that is his turn. I will then pass to Oakenheal.
If you wanted to make your strike, you can, Farandra.
We have so
I
much
would-
healing, buddy.
I was gonna say
I
Also-
still have healing.
we have so much healing, but also if you don't, I can just kill it as well, and we saved it. It's up to you.
No, I'm worried that if it even gets one, nasty. So I'll use my tandem attack and just get his ass. I could
Well.
also just miss. So.
True.
Alright.
True.
If you want to help swing in Oakenheal, or
Yeah, Oakenheal will start swinging, but I'll let Alex go first just to see if they kill it. But
Oh, you're kidding. Is that one?
pretty close.
Oh, could I have used Booming Blade?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. I'll just.
A thunderous smash. And the thing crumples. Though not before a similar gash appears on you, Farandra.
Do you want to make it 23 instead of 6? Oh, you got it. Okay.
I got it.
Ooh.
And with
Okay, we
that,
need to get moving.
You're somewhat freed. The tide of ghosts is starting to slow down, but these two are still walking along the way, pressing them back. Your local resident nightlight. Sarah runs forwards. Is this this guy?
Ready to go for a jump?
I guess so.
This is it, folks. Right?
Through to Agrados. Shoom. Shoom.
Conjure will grab Jax's hand because of the warding bond. I almost got out of range.
Oh, yeah, I was checking it.
Oh shoot, you're warding bonded. No, this one doesn't function that way, we're good. But it'll remain. Remember you have that for next time, I'll forget.
I gotcha.
And you fall through darkness, though you can see light somewhere below. Faster